Welcome to Free Fall RC Podcast.
All right, welcome to another episode of Free Fall RC Podcast. I'm Steve, and here with me is Andy.
Hey, now.
And Ian.
Hey, guys.
All right. Kevin couldn't make it. I think he had to go pick someone up from the airport.
Damn you, Kevin.
Damn it,
Let's catch up with everyone's week. Who wants to go first?
Me. Because
All
guess
right.
what I done?
Build some stuff.
No.
Went flying.
Do some stuff?
No.
All right. You bought some stuff at least.
No.
Picked your nose.
I did do that
Okay. All right. There's that at least.
multiple times.
What
No,
did you do?
nothing for me again. Still busy in the fields. I did receive my Maniacs LiPo that was back ordered. I
Yeah.
had seen they got a huge shipment in. So I was waiting to see when it would come, and it showed up today, just a few days after their shipment came in. So they must be on the ball over there.
Yeah.
That was cool. So now I can put together a 12S setup with those. Put them on maybe I'll put them in this Spectre V2 if I ever get it finished. I told you I was going to build it like Steve Shaw, didn't I? That's what I'm waiting on. I don't want to get in too big of a hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to rush it.
No, I don't want to rush it, and I'm savoring the experience. Drawing it out, making it last longer. Ian's like, yeah, right, you lazy asshole.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. So I've not done much hobby stuff. What about you guys? You guys do any flying this week?
I did. You want to go first, or you want me to go?
I'll go ahead and go first. Well, to kind of start off the week, worked as usual, and I actually got a 3-day weekend off for once.
Nice.
My mom, which usually babysits the kids on the weekends, she ended up coming down sick with some pneumonia, so I just went ahead and called out for the 3 days because there was no way I was going to find anybody last minute to watch them. So I just went ahead and just relaxed, I guess. But I did pull some April Fool's pranks, and that was great. Matter of fact, for the one I did at work, Thursday, I went ahead and brought in the bottle of fake blood to work. And of course, my nurse, she was already well aware of it. We were actually talking and planning the prank like a month ahead of time. But poured the fake blood all over my head and faked a head injury. And I got everybody as far as my superiors at work.
How old are you again?
35.
Okay.
Yeah. It actually plays as a training exercise, believe it or not, because everybody that I pulled the prank on, they jumped like right into action, started grabbing gloves, started looking for a wound, putting pressure on it, and all that stuff. And I'm just sitting there, I think it needs a Band-Aid, just being obvious, but it's like instinct almost. But yeah, and one of my superiors kicked me. I'm laying on the ground with fake blood, all over my head, and it was going on long enough, and she was like getting ready to call 911. And it's like, hey, I think it starts with that red bottle over there. She's like, what red bottle? She grabs it, looks at it. She's like, damn you, and just like turn around and kicks me. Like I'm on the floor, just hold my head, going along with the prank.
She should have stabbed you in the head, give you something to bleed about. If you want to bleed, I'll give you something to bleed.
But yeah, it was great. Yeah, she's still pissed about it to this day. Friday, I did a lot of stuff at home kind of thing, and just picking up around the house, doing some stuff. Saturday morning, I ended up going to Lake Chicomo, one of the flying field out there. Put some flights in. They've got like a tarmac and everything. Of course, there was like nobody out there. There was like one guy was waiting to kind of see what the wind does. He was a planker, but Yeah, he was just kind of waiting to see what the wind's going to be like, see if it's going to die down any, and it didn't. We were getting gusts, here and there, but it was enough to mess with the NX4. But I was able to get flights in on it too. But I tuned the NX4 to the 22% cool power, and that was a little bit of a task, but yeah, because I had bought in the Jersey modeler jug from Keith, and he had like about a gallon's worth of 22%, so may as well burn it. So I actually had to retune the NX4. Got some flights in on it. Like the first flight with that 22%, it was like stupid rich. Like as I'm in a hover, you're just seeing the fuel just spitting right out, and it's like, ooh, that's not good. So I had to really put in a few flights and get it tuned out to where it's like perfect. It took a bit, at least, one or two tanks just to get it all tuned nice and perfect. And then I think I got like about 7 or 8 flights between both the Drake and the NX4. And then went home, watched movies with the kids, and then Sunday met up with Keith Williams and Victor Spears at the field. And Victor, he had been there for about an hour or so before both me and Keith, but he brought out his Kraken 700, and then he brought his raw KSE, and got to see him fly. And he's still learning. I mean, the way I see it, flying's flying.
Yeah.
He went out and hovered a couple packs. I mean, we were starting to get some wind gusts upwards of like 20 mile an hour, and he still kept it in a hover. He had it at a lower head speed, and just working on his hovering, and it was great. And then of course I went out there. I did a few flights with the Drake, and I ended up doing a short pull with the Black Nitro, and we had to kind of start doing tuning on it, because once I got on the collective, just to throw it into an inverted, it started to lean out. So I brought it back in, started riching it up, and went to go start it back up, and it wouldn't start. Pulled the glow plug out, the element inside the glow plug was gone. So pulled the one out of the gone. Yeah, it came down pretty hot. So stuck the other glow plug in there, and of course that one been in the NX4 for a minute. Put the Black Nitro up for a hover, and just kind of gave it a just a quick circuit, starting to lean out. So brought it back in, glow plug on that's gone. So it's like, damn it. So I think gonna have to buy like a package of glow plugs and just put it right back to factory settings and just go from there. And then while it's down right now, as I'm waiting on glow plugs, have to go through and check my, make sure there's nothing that's leaking causing it to lean out in the meantime. Which all the fuel tubing is new, so I don't know. Maybe there's like something I missed. Just doesn't hurt to look it over. As far as my week goes, I think that's about it.
Okay. Let me see. I had actually some issues with my Nitro too, but I'll get into that. As far as build, I wrapped up some last minute things on the Black Thunder with the Jetty and Spirit setup. And kind of pretty much got that ready to go for some flying on Sunday. I got some FPV camera gear in for my head tracking stuff. So I got that all set up. I'm using
Nice.
Spectrum. So I have it kind of like isolated to a Spectrum radio just for the head tracking. I have everything kind of isolated to its own thing. The only thing I do need is like a BEC for it to power everything. So right now I'm just using like an old ESC to be just pulling the BEC from it. But but that's all working and the head tracking works. So that should be interesting. Let's see. So I bought another charger.
Oh boy.
I have the
Kind of
X8.
charger.
I bought a ISDT Q8. So still an
Okay.
8S charger, but I bought a different charger. And I'll kind of go into why, but I think it's basically it's either that or it's either the chargers or my power supply. But basically, I also bought a 24-volt power supply, something that's not too high amps. It was all from like ready-made RC, and they had the Q8 in stock. So basically, I got it from there, and I saw they had some PSUs. So I figured I'll try one of those. It wasn't too expensive, and it looked like it was ready to go, 24 volts. So I got that on order, and also ordered a Castle BAC, the little ones that do like 10 amps,
Mm-hmm.
to run the FPV gear separately from the radio gear. Um, the radio on that plane is I'm flying a V control on it, but the head tracking is gonna be on the Spectrum side. Let's see. What else did I do? Okay, and then on Sunday I flew. Yeah, I flew a bunch. Like I got up to the field around like 11 o'clock, and I stayed till about 5:30, almost 6. And I was going back-to-back flights for the most part. It was just me and two other guys, two heli guys. Tony was a club member, and then also John Ireland, from Richmond. He came out again. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of flights in. It was windy as hell, but it was just a crosswind. It was fine. So, we flew a whole bunch. Had some interesting moments with their flying and the wind. I don't know. I guess I'm more comfortable with the wind nowadays. So it wasn't really much of an issue for me. um, Let me see here. So I was testing out some new packs. So I got some new packs in from Maniacs. They're not on sale yet. These are like basically test packs that I got to see how they hold up. They're 8S, 4,000 milliamp batteries, 55C. So they're like the extreme edition. They're not the super high 80C, ones, but they're 55C, which is pretty good. And
Yeah.
um, and I did a flight on my existing 8S pack setup, right? It's a 24S 35C, like they're called Eco Power. Like they're like, the cheapest of the cheapest Maniacs batteries you can get. But they're the only 4S packs in 4,000 with 4,200 milliamp packs that would work. So I bought two of those, and those are my kind of go-to 8S packs for my raw 580. Definitely no, they definitely can tell the 35C packs. They're not high C packs. They definitely sag. I flew that, doing everything I do, seeing where they're sagging, where like, if I do continuous TikToks, how many TikToks before they start to kind of, lose a little bit of punch and start to,
Mm-hmm.
drop a little. And I did it compared to the 55C. Now these are new packs, and those are maybe have like 30 or 40 cycles on them. What a difference! Like, even doing like collective full punch outs, or doing like when I punch out to like where I stop and I do a bunch of little flips and rolls and stuff. And like
Mhm.
usually I can make a helicopter bog doing those heavy enough because I dig in. I'm doing a lot of blah blah blah, a lot of that stuff on the sticks, right? And I can definitely tell that the 55Cs were holding up. Like they didn't seem to bog on me. The head speed seemed like on target all the time. Um, Not like they were with the 35C pack. So I definitely did notice
Nice.
a big difference on that. Weight wise, they're like 12 grams heavier.
Oh, so
Than
almost
my
the same.
Yeah, and this is with like the 8S, the two 8S packs with the additional straps and even the wiring, right? Like the series connector. While compared to like the single pack, with just the thing, with just the two straps, with less straps and stuff, and the tray. So this is with the trays, both matching up, and it was 12 grams difference, which is, in my opinion,
Oh,
perfectly,
yeah, that's almost nothing.
yeah, perfectly like reasonable to gain
Hmm.
12 grams of weight for the performance of like
Yeah, sure.
C rating is way, way better. Like
Hmm.
the punch is there now, so it's fun. It's I can push it, I can push it, and I don't feel like there's limitations. And And I even tried, like I said, 580, and I was like, all right, I didn't change anything. I just threw 600 blades on there and see if I can bog that. And no. And I come to realize 600 size blades on this 580. Oh, that's where it needs to be. They need to make 600 millimeter S-line blades because,
Never even flown one, and I could have told you that.
but it feels so much more balanced for the helicopter. Like the 580 is, yeah, it works.
It's too small. It needs
Yeah.
600. It's a 600 size heli.
It's a 600 size heli, and it really, with the 603 switches I put on there from the Nitro, it woke up so nicely with no change on any settings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great right out the box with that.
Nice.
So going with the 8S packs, I need to get a lot of cycles on those batteries. Right? I'm testing. I'm one of the test pilots for this new line of batteries, so I need to get cycles on it. So I brought my generator to the field and I was charging these batteries. And I was noticing some weirdness on the charger, not the batteries, because both batteries did the same thing. So
Yeah.
it's really not an indication to me that both batteries would be doing this. But my iCharger X8, when I charge 8S packs, that 8th cell for some reason gets charged faster than the rest by a considerable amount for some reason. And I don't know if it's just what's going on, but so hence I bought another charger just to see. Another thing I'm
that's
thinking
weird.
is that
You've got other chargers. Did you try any of those?
I can't do anything 8S though.
Oh, okay.
My dual power labs is 6.
Okay, I forgot. I was thinking you had the 8, but you got the 6.
Oh yeah, so this one, and then like even my other ISDT is a Q6. Like I never needed an 8 until now.
Right.
So I bought another charger to try out. I mean, this charger's
cool.
$100. This is like
it's
a no-brainer. Like, and then the power supply, the 24 power supply, it's like I think it's only 18 or 16 amps or something like that, which is good for like 400, 500 watts, which is not high, but I think I'm only gonna charge it 8 amps per pack, and it's one pack, so like I'm fine with if it can charge 8 amps, I'm fine with that power supply. So I'm gonna see what I can do with that. But yeah. So hopefully,
cool.
Yeah, but yeah, these batteries, man, they really woke this heli up to. And it's not like the heli was a slob before, and I've run this heli with that crazy 22 tooth pinion and this motor, pulling in like 2,700 on the head. So like I know this heli like when it flies like ridiculously stupid, but now it's to that point where like I can feel like I can do some ridiculously stupid things, but keep it under like a normal head speed and get more than 2 minutes of flight time and stuff,
Right. No, that's cool.
And then that's it for me. I didn't do Discord.
You'll have to tell us what you think of the charger once you try it out.
Yeah, I actually was thinking about getting the other one. They had like a P20 that's like a dual 8S charger.
Yeah.
But it kind of looked big, and I'm kind of trying to keep everything small as possible. So when I found that Q8 for sale for, it was like $90, $100, I was like, all right, it's half the price.
And it's an ISDT.
Yeah.
What you said, yeah.
Yeah, Keith's running a couple of those P20s, and he absolutely loves it, and he's got it in one of those small cases he builds. So
I think if I were to buy another charger, I'm thinking about buying that big ISDT one because it does 12S.
The 16, like
or just 16S or whatever. But yeah, like I kind of like the idea of just how I'm charging these 8S packs, just a single pack. I can charge that stick pack as a single pack on those the X16 or that big charger.
Nice.
It's kind of
they have a K4 too. That I think goes to 8S. No, it just goes 7S. Never mind. Okay. No, wait, it does. It goes to 8S. LiPo. 1 to 8S. Life, lithium ion, and LiPo. 1,200 watts. It's one of those deals where you just plug it into the wall. You don't need a power supply or nothing. You seen that?
Is it like it's not like the big thing though, right? Like the 12, the X16.
No, it's ISDT K4. They got the X16. I thought that's one you were talking about. A lot of guys were using. It's expensive, but you don't need a power supply. You You just plug it into the wall. This is the same, but it's a lot smaller.
Yeah.
It only goes to 8S instead of 16S.
This isn't that bad. $229 for it.
Yeah.
Shoot, and it's on Prime. I
Like
could
I
get this
said,
shit tomorrow.
isn't it AC? Am I right about that? AC
Yeah,
DC?
AC/DC dual mode.
Yeah.
Dual
So I mean,
channel.
you basically just put that in a box, and that's all you need.
Not even just carry this thing in a power cord.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I meant just like, yeah. Well, I meant a cardboard box, but
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I meant like a. Yeah, you don't have to build a charge case.
Oh
Just
no,
set it
you
on
could
the
just put it in
table.
your toolbox, basically.
Yeah. I mean, it's not super high power. What is it? 600 watts
watts
per channel. I mean, that's
400
enough.
watts AC, it says. So it's less for AC. But I mean, at 400
Yes,
watts,
yeah.
can you charge at 2 amps? I mean, 8 amps for an 8S pack? If you can do that, then that'd be
What's
enough.
the wattage of an 8S? Hang on, 29.6. So what is it? 400. 13 amps per channel.
So you get 13 per channel? Yeah. And if you want to do
13
8,
amps per channel.
yeah. And you can do
So-
8 or 10 for like a 5,000 pack.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you could do 2C, I think it's
Yeah.
bare minimum. That's kind of cool. Huh. This might be an option too, instead of and the one I was talking about, the P20, the one that's basically a dual 8S charger, like just like this, but it's DC only.
Okay.
Having the AC makes it a bit easier to take it just
This
to my local
P20 is
field,
only
you know?
like $130.
It's
So,
$199.
so if you got a power supply, maybe this makes more sense. And it's actually 500 watt. Well, it's probably not. It's 500 watts per channel, but it's 800 watts total. So you're not going to be able to do two 500 watts at the same time, I don't think.
And then like, what's the input voltage? Probably have to be like 48.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see. I'm just browsing. I'm actually looking at it on Amazon. But
nonetheless, that's a good option though. And
yeah,
I'll consider something like
if you
that.
got a power supply, this might be a better option actually, because
I do, but I think
lot less expensive.
I feel like for to do like 8S properly or 12S properly, you need 48 volt power supplies, and yes, you can get them, but they start getting pretty big at that point.
Input voltage on the P20 is 10 to 34.
So really, like 34 is such an odd number, but
yeah, most people would run on 24, or maybe crank it up. If you could get it up to like 26, would be good. All my stuff is running on 36 volts, using 12 volts in series.
Yeah, see, I'm running 24 volt on mine, but all I've got
Yeah,
going
most
is just,
everybody runs 24 volt.
yeah.
Just if
So
if you have a power supply, you can crank it up a little bit and get like 25 and a half, 26. Then you don't have to worry about the buck boost conversion if you're running on a small generator.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing. Like, I have a feeling. I mean, I do have that Meanwell 24 volt in that case, with the RC dual power lab. So I have power supplies.
It wouldn't be a problem on 8S though, because it would always be in boost mode.
Yeah.
The problem is the 12S when it's in buck mode to start with, but then when the battery's almost full, it's up above 24 volt, and then that's where you get into that weirdness sometimes. I think that depends on the generator too. If you got a good stout generator, it doesn't seem to be a problem.
I don't think I've had issues. I was actually surprised this weekend. I haven't started my generator in forever, like over a year, at least over a year, and it didn't fire right up. I'm like, okay, why isn't it firing up? And I'm taking a look at the carb, and I'm like, okay, and I'm kind of playing with it. I'm like, let me just open and close this valve, and then it started right up. I'm like, okay.
Nice.
It was just like gummed up for a second. I just need to get it.
Yeah.
And then it was fine. It charged my batteries all day long.
Nice.
Yeah, I tested my generator out a couple weeks back, and I had to clean it had a little bit of water in the bowl, so it's like just drained it out, sprayed it out. It's good to go. It starts up like first crank.
Nice. All right, let's kind of move into the main topic now, huh?
What the hell is the main topic?
Follow the fun.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't
Explain
know.
it to our
We're talking about
listeners.
we're talking about some fun flies. What are the fun flies we're gonna be at? The ones that we can go and you guys can meet us at the fun flies and take a flight or hang out or talk or shoot the shit. You know?
Yeah. Tell us we
Um.
suck. Whatever.
Yeah. So I think with today's April 5th, with Spring Fling kind of right around the corner, a couple of weeks away, right? 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's close.
You know, we kind of want to talk about fun flies and what events that we're going to be at
Yeah.
that folks can come in and meet us and hang out.
The season is fixing to kick off.
Mm-hmm.
Spring Fling is kind of like the beginning of the flying season for the East
For the
Coast.
masses. Yeah.
Northeast, maybe.
Northeast, yeah, for sure. Yep. I think it's gonna be a good turnout this year. I don't know. I have a feeling a lot of
I'm
folks are
sure
going.
it will be.
I'm definitely, pushing all my local folks to go to that, which is
Mhm.
very interesting to hear. We're always thinking like, oh man, our hobby is so small, like, and it is compared to other hobbies or other sports and things like that. But there's still people that don't go to events. So there's still people that like, we've never met or I've never
Yeah.
met,
True.
Just like, these two guys that I flew with this past weekend, they're like, they live in Virginia, like they live in this area, and
They
like they
live
don't know
near
about Spring
you, so
Fling.
they're like an hour or a little over an hour away from Spring Fling.
Yeah, about an hour and 15 minutes from Fredericksburg, and like they never knew about that event and about what the heli events are like. So, I think it's very interesting. I think, if you're a listener and you haven't gone to an event, like I'm not sure what you're waiting for. Even if you don't want to fly, even if you can just make it one day, just come and hang out. It is
Yeah.
so much fun.
I mean, come and fly, or
Yeah,
at least come and hang out. But you really should fly.
yeah, but come and fly. Yeah, definitely.
Just
You know?
hover if
Yep.
that's all you're comfortable with.
Yep. No one judges. No one cares. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If all you can do is hover, get your ass out on the flight line and hover. I mean,
Unless you're Iaen, that won't. That's not gonna cut it. You gotta do more than hover.
absolutely. I do more than hover.
But yeah, Spring Flings. I don't know who's going to that one. I'll be there. Are you guys going?
I won't be able to make it this year.
Probably not me either.
Yeah, I
May's
don't
a
think Kevin's gonna make it either, huh?
April, May is really tough for me because I'm planting crops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. What other events are you guys going to then?
My
Well,
next my next
oh,
event will probably be Dragonfly in June.
Okay.
Yep.
Dragonfly, all right.
What about you, Ian? What's your next, like, the first one you're going to?
the first one I'm going to is Rotors Over the Corn, and it's just outside of Omaha.
So far away though. I mean, like not distance wise, but time wise, like that's in June, right?
Yeah, that's in June, June 3rd and 4th. It's like a day drive for me. I mean, it's like 170 miles, something like that. So it's not too bad for me. I know any of the Midwest listeners, I mean, definitely check that event out. If you've gone to Rotors Over the Rotors Over the River, you'll like this one.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so Dragonfly. I'm definitely gonna try to make that one as well. That's a fun event. It's cool. I like the location, the field.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a nice field. It's always a cool event.
yeah,
Laid
good
back.
people.
Yeah, good people.
Yeah, so that's definitely another one I'm gonna try to make. What about Mid Atlantic Championship? Monty's event.
Yeah, when is that?
No idea.
Damn it, Monty. We don't know
Message
when
it
it is, and
too.
we don't know where it is.
Somewhere in
Last I
Virginia.
heard,
I
he
don't
was
know.
looking at a couple different places, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, hopefully he'll have some of that information. But yeah, I think that's a local one for me, so that's kind of a no-brainer. I'm gonna try to make that.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and I'll probably compete, or we'll see. I do have that helicopter. I'm kind of trying to set up for it, so
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
Nice.
practiced. I don't know what the new maneuvers are yet. So I'll meet up with Cliff and learn it, I guess, one day.
Cliff
All
will
right.
teach you how.
What else we got? We got a lot in
Let
July, huh?
Cliff show you how to do it, and then go beat him at the event. What you
Yeah,
should
of
do.
course. I'll beat him with a futaba too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else do we have here? We have some July events, right? We got Ohio
Yes.
Heli Throwdown. Yeah,
Yes, I'm going to try to make that.
and me
Definitely.
too.
That's July 14th to the 17th. That's in, what is that, North Canton, Ohio?
Yeah,
It's somewhere.
in Ohio somewhere.
Way the hell up, almost in Canada, basically.
Yeah, Canuckistan, they call it.
Yeah, South Canuckistan.
South Canuckistan.
Yeah, I went last year. I had a lot of fun, even though it rained. Like it rained, like poured the rain most of the time. But I still had a lot of fun. It's Gucci, Dan Turiak, Mike Sobey,
Yeah, that's just
Jesse
shy of.
Allen,
It's like a
Todd
little.
Dudek.
Yeah, it's actually not that far of a drive for me. I think if it's in North Canton,
What would that be? About 6 hours for you?
that's
7?
7.5,
It's about an
7
8
hours,
for
4 hours.
me.
About 8, yeah. It'll
It's
be
8
8.
for me. It's 8 for me, but it's an easy 8.
Is
And
it?
by that I mean I just go up Interstate 81 and then I head north on some other interstate. I don't go through any cities. I don't go through like Charleston, West Virginia is the biggest town, and I mean that's a mid-size. It's not a very big town. I mean it's bigger than a town, but it's not a really I would consider a city. So
Yeah.
there was really no traffic when I went up. It was just
Oh, it's
just a
telling me to
nice
go up
easy
this
drive.
nasty way of going up. Ugh. Oh, going up
You got to go through
95.
West Virginia. Oh, up
Ugh.
95.
It's telling me to go up 95. Basically, they're skimming Washington or skimming Pittsburgh. But either way, I'm going around Pittsburgh. Ugh.
Oh, that sucks.
Ugh. I might have
So
to
it's gonna
like,
be bad for you.
I might have to like pick a new route and be like, I don't care if it's 10 hours.
Yeah, see if you can make it go west first and then go
Yeah.
north. It's got you going north and then west, I
Yeah,
imagine.
north and then over. Yeah.
You could go over and then up. It'd be a lot
Right.
easier.
I'd rather go into like Lynchburg, Virginia, or Charlottesville, like go northwest,
Yeah,
go through Virginia, West
yeah,
Virginia, and go up to Ohio.
right, right. It's an easy drive. They got a really nice field up there, paved runway and stuff, and seemed like a good group of folks to hang out with. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
to make that. Then the end of July, I heard something's happening.
Yeah.
It's
End of
happening at
July
the
is
end of
free fall.
July.
Free fall's
Free Fall
event.
RC Helifest.
7th one. Gosh.
7th one. Damn.
Nice.
Yeah. Who's going to that one?
I'm gonna
Not
try to
me.
go.
Ian's
Yeah.
going.
About that.
Damn. You driving
Yeah.
or flying?
Uh, probably drive.
Drive? Holy shit. Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
But you're driving the whole
What
family
is
with you,
wrong
right?
with you? That's going to cost like $3,000 in just gasoline.
Not if I take the Honda. The Honda would probably be like
Okay, it'll only be
$400.
$2,500.
Okay. Let me look up the whereabouts as far as like how long it would take me.
It's like 24 hours. No, it's probably what? How long did it take you to get to Spring Fling?
Well,
18?
like in the 20s because of weather.
How long would it take you without weather?
Google said it was like 15, 16 hours.
Okay, so it's probably about 18 up to Jersey, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But run it and see. I don't have your address, so.
I'm interested in seeing. It's gonna be a drive, man.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
long ass drive.
Halfway across.
17 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think you can do that in one day?
No, I'd probably have to do a halfway point because
How
either
many
way, it's
miles
still
is
gonna.
it?
10 hours and then 7
Let's
hours.
see, 1161 miles.
And how much fuel mileage does your Honda get?
Average would be 30.
That's only 38 gallons if my math's right.
Yeah, it wouldn't be terrible.
Like 3 tanks worth, 4 tanks each way.
Yeah, because like on a full tank with mixed mileage, I'm getting like 380.
It's like 300 and some bucks for gas.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
320 or 30. Yeah, it's less than I thought. I thought it would be.
Yeah, because it would be more to get a plane ticket and then get the rental car and then, you know.
And not only that, you bring your kids, so you'd have to get plane tickets for them as well.
Mm-hmm.
It
Exactly.
automatically makes things, 3 times the charge. I mean,
Yep.
as long as you can take the time off, because you're gonna need 4 days for traveling, 2 each way.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, no,
I'm not
And
going
then 2
because
weeks
it's
later,
12
there's
hours.
like,
I'm not going there because it's 12 hours for me and that's too far. But now Ian's making me look bad.
yeah. Damn it, Andy.
It's 12 hours and I got to go through or around Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and DC.
all the shit.
So I was like, nope.
Let's see. I'll be going through St. Louis, Indianapolis, Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Be going through.
Just take the whole month off. Go spend 2 weeks at Ohio, and then 2 weeks,
Yeah.
then, come over there.
You'll be almost
neat.
there.
That would be awesome.
Yep. And then hit Urcha on your way home.
And hit Urcha on the way. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Talk about Grand Slam summer right there.
That'd be one.
Yeah. That'd be a trip to remember for sure.
That's my
I can already
plan,
hear
one
the
of these-
kid. I can already hear the kids like 2 or 3 days in. Can we go home yet?
Mm-hmm. Oh, easily.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of traveling with some kids.
Yeah, for a whole month, and maybe a different story if you're in like an RV.
Yeah,
Do it like
maybe.
a car, like in a Honda Civic, send your ass to that many miles in that little Civic. Oh,
Yeah.
my wife's like, we'll drive my car back to Jersey so you don't put the miles in the truck. I'm like, fuck that. My car is way more comfortable than your little Hyundai. Do that. I need a comfortable car, man. I am spoiled with comfort now, luxury.
You ain't lying.
All right. What
else do
other
we got?
bets? What else do we got?
When
We
is
talked about
the?
rotors over corn, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the next one Ian's going to. What about the South Jersey? When is that usually?
Yeah, usually that's around the fall time, so that'll probably be around September. Probably after Heli Extravaganza, so we should probably talk about Extravaganza first.
Okay.
That's Labor Day
Yep.
weekend.
Mhm.
That I'm definitely going to. That's one I'm going to be bringing my family. So I'm doing that whole RV rental, and we're going to drive down
Nice.
Thursday, afternoon, and kind of spend the time there and do the camping, do the cookout, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I can come for a day again. That's September, so it's very, very difficult for me to get away. But maybe. Done
Yeah,
it
if it's a while,
before. It
that'd be
just
cool.
depends on how the weather works out. We'll see.
All right. And then South Jersey Heli's Gone Wild. That's usually in that September October time frame.
Mhm.
Another good event that Rob McClellan hosts, or I guess CDs for.
Mhm.
So definitely check that out. Um, RCHO Fall Pull. Now,
Hell yeah.
Fall Pull. Last year they did Fall Pull in Southwest Rodeo same weekend.
Mhm.
I'm hoping that that's not going to be the case this year because I've already committed to going to Southwest Rodeo.
Mhm.
So if they're on that same weekend, I'm gonna have to, obviously I'm gonna be flying out there. Um, versus if it's like 2 weeks apart, then I can probably do both. So
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm also planning to go to the Southwest Heli Rodeo.
Mhm.
It can be iffy for me in November, but I'm gonna plan for it. Hopefully it'll work out. I'd like to go.
I'd like to go as well.
I don't think we know the dates for that, do we?
No, not yet.
Is it bad when the furthest west I've ever gone is Kansas? So
Yes,
yeah.
it is
So
bad. Since how that's the next state over, and you basically live on the Kansas line.
Yeah, don't you live on the border?
yeah. I mean, it's like a couple miles down the road from my apartment.
Wait,
But
I thought
yeah,
you
I'm
went to
gonna.
Iowa. Is that not west of
Oh, that's north.
Missouri? Oh, it was northwest.
Yeah, that's north of me. No, I'm gonna try to shoot for the rodeo as well since you know you guys are going. May as well try to meet up and have a good time. So I'm gonna see how that plays out in the cards. Hopefully it
I mean,
does.
are you gonna fly there or are you gonna drive there?
I'll fly. That's too far, I think.
Okay.
I mean, for granted, I've driven further, but still, just to be kind of on the safe side, that and be able to, get there and then get back, kind of thing.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I think that's the event that it's gonna be pretty much free fall and helihead, so
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a
Oh,
pretty dope event.
I wonder if there's going to be any flying competitions between the two
Fuck that. They
podcasts.
got Kyle Stacy on that side. There's no way we're doing any flying competitions. That's just
Maybe I'll drive. It's only 1 day and 4 hours to get there.
ooh, 28 hours. Eesh.
Ow!
I thought 12 was your limit.
Well, I'll do it in 3 days.
Yeah. Oh man.
No.
All right. Let's see. And then I guess there's Fall Mowdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fredericksburg Fall event, and that's usually in November, I believe, a couple weeks before Thanksgiving. So that should be doable as well, I think. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really gonna have to kind of pick and choose some of these. Like Fall Mowdown, I might just go for a day or two. Fall Pull, I
Right.
might not be able to go in favor of Southwest Heli Rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd like to make it out to Winter Bash as well, and then next year's
Yeah,
AMPs
Winter
too.
Bash is a good one.
So there are several that I want to try to make it out to. But because I'm doing some of these bigger trips, bigger
Mm-hmm.
trips, like I'm flying, shipping my helicopters in the golf case with me and stuff like that. The time off as well, it's more not time off from the job, but time off from the wife kind of deal, and the family, So, yeah. So we'll see. But yeah,
Yeah.
any of these events, you're most likely guaranteed to meet one of us at that event. So come and join us.
Most
Come
likely.
fly with us. Yeah.
Yeah. And I try to always get to the Winter Bash or what used to be OHB.
Mhm.
I missed it last year and I missed it a couple of years before that, just the way the harvest worked out. But I always enjoy going down there December, and it's usually warmer. I won't say it's always warm because it's been cold as hell when I've been there, but it's warmer and it's a good event. Torches is a great field, great club.
And not to mention, drag your family along with you, and you got Disney nearby. Well, kind of nearby, but still, I mean, there's plenty of things to do down there for the fam, and then visit the field on the weekend.
Yeah. Disney.
I was just thinking you could do that or not would probably be better.
Nah, no, I stayed at the field like nearly the entire time, except for going out for McDonald's or going to the hobby shop, which Graves RC. I totally recommend stopping by there.
I know. So that's one of the
Yeah, it's a
things that
cool shop.
one of the things I was kind of upset with that I didn't get a chance to go to when I was in Orlando this past winter.
Oh, you didn't get to go? Oh man.
No. So this year, I was like, all right, whatever. We're gonna, let's do a ski trip this winter. And my wife doesn't like skiing or snowboarding or anything like that, so she's like, she doesn't really like the cold. Well, she doesn't really like the hot either, but she's like, what if we just go back to Florida again? The kids really
She
like it
sounds
down
like
there.
me. I don't really like the hot or the cold.
Yeah. But she liked Florida and she liked Orlando and we had a good time there. So I'm like, whatever. You want to do that? Let's book it. Let's go. But we can't go full 100% like go amusement park per day type of shit. Like that was just way too much.
Yeah, too much.
It's like way too much to drive 10 hours and then do all this stuff and then drive back
You
10
need
hours
like
plus
an
all the
amusement park
traffic.
day and then a chill out day.
So
and
we're
then
like,
maybe another
we
park.
need a couple of days of rest in between these days. And she's like, yeah, that's fine because I'm gonna go hang out with my friend. And I'm like, that's perfect because I'm gonna go to Grays RC for the whole day. And maybe the field, So,
Yeah.
like, I am driving down there, so it wouldn't be too much for me to pack one helicopter in the back,
No.
So yeah. So we'll see. I'm kind of am looking forward to being back out in Florida again. I definitely want to make the Winter Bash, but I don't know. I could do the 10-hour drive. I've done it before. I mean, I went to Urcha and that was 10 hours, so yeah, maybe I'll do that.
It takes me 10 hours and I drive it.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
but
took me
you can
20.
drive 10 hours without a problem. I'm like, it's not an hour, Kevin. My limit's about 5 to 6 hours is when I start dozing off and getting, like, my eyes start to glaze over, I guess is the term.
You could just stop and get out and
Yeah.
run around the truck a few times and you'd be good to go.
No, that's
Do some jumping jacks, push ups.
Yeah,
Don't do what I did. Drink like 10 energy drinks and then about OD on caffeine.
No, don't do that. Those are terrible for you.
I
Yeah.
do some 5-hour energy drinks once in a while, just to kind of give me like a 2-hour, like, okay, it's 2 hours, the last little sprint of this thing. Like I can do this, and it'll kind of help me for that. But yeah, I don't drink Red Bull or Monster or any of that stuff anymore.
No, this
Sure,
shit's
give me heart
terrible.
palpitations and shit, man. Fuck me up.
Yeah, make your heart burst like a baked potato.
Yeah. All right, let's move it on then. Do we have a tech tip?
Yeah. Actually, I do. Figured we'd do a quick little thing about zip ties. Anyway,
you got nothing written down, and now you want to talk about zip ties? Ooh boy,
Man,
you
I
give
wish
me
I
any
had
fuel.
I wish I had a dinger so we could count how many times he says That's when he doesn't have it written down. He's going to fun for a lot.
No. Well, zip ties. What do we use them for in this hobby? I mean, what does anybody use zip ties for? Pretty much everything. Let's see. I mean, first of all, I try to use them to mainly do just wire organization. I know I've touched a little bit on that before. Yeah. This is why I probably should have written down the notes. But anyway, yeah, no tech tip.
Oh
What?
my
You giving up
gosh.
halfway through?
Oh my gosh, you gave up halfway through?
Oh,
Shit,
come
you gonna
on. You can
rage
do
quit
better than that.
next? What are you doing?
No,
Huh?
no. No, I'm just like fucking brain farting over here. Um,
You said you could do it off the cuff, so
yeah,
Gosh, I could
I
probably
thought
do
I
a better
could, and then you
TikTok
jinxed me, Andy.
off the
You
cuff.
suck.
I
Let's
jinxed you.
see.
I didn't do anything to you. I've
Uh,
been sitting over here very quietly, letting you do
You
your
have.
thing.
I've been more vocal about this topic than he has been.
But anyway, typically what I use zip ties for, I use for wire organization, whether it's tying the wires to the frame and traveling from the servo to the receiver. Um, I've seen in cases like where repairs can be done with them, but typically if I break something that a zip tie could fix it, I'm just gonna replace the item that's broken anyway. I've even seen zip ties to actually tie on like your the actual exhaust pipe going onto your pipe on your nitros. Yeah.
What?
The little rubber pipe that hangs off the pipe, the actual exhaust pipe.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
pipe on the pipe?
Yeah, the pipe on
Yeah,
the
your
pipe.
deflector on the pipe.
The little rubber elbow. Uh, I've got zip ties holding that on. And then of course RCHO, they've got a lot of creative ideas that they use with zip ties. I mean, everything from fixing their heli to making somebody's car make funny noises. And I actually went to Walmart the other day and picked up a couple packages of them. I've got like the neon colored zip ties, so I can match like whatever fucking braid I'm putting on the wires to irritate Andy. So there you can
Neon
get
zip
them.
ties. Gross.
I think you irritate him more when you just don't use those things. Like no
Yeah,
braids.
don't
you
even
make
pretend like you wire tie you put zip ties around your braid. I've seen your braid. It just sticks out every which way. No heat shrink, no zip tie, no
Depends
nothing.
on what bird you're looking at.
Everyone I've
If,
seen you do had some kind of puke green wire braid, and it was just
oh
looked
yeah,
like
that was the
Medusa's
470.
head.
Yeah, that one, it was like so small. It's just like, who cares?
Oh my god, your tech tip sucks. Sorry.
Oh no, it's all good, dude. Um,
Just
so
made me
yeah,
spend $242. I bought
you
that
did
stupid
what?
charger.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
Nice.
bought that.
Let me know how it works.
Yeah, that ISDT K4. I bought it. It'll be here Thursday.
Let me know, because that looks pretty cool. That's something I might be interested in someday.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I need a charger I can kind of leave at home for an 8S charger, and that's kind of the
I was
reason why I
kind of
bought that
thinking
other one.
about. I was thinking about maybe trying to put my batteries in a box, like a little bigger than a rigid box. I got these Milwaukee things I use that
Yeah.
lock together.
Yep.
Thinking if I
Stack
could put the
those.
batteries in there, and then a charger like this was just sitting in there. All you gotta do is
Sit in
plug
there,
it
right.
in, and bam, it's all ready to go.
Yeah.
We
Especially
just
when
totally
it's like,
hijacked Ian's tech tip.
Yeah, you did.
I
But
think
no,
people
He,
would
he was
rather
going
hear me.
nowhere fast.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I was gonna say zip ties come in all different sizes. I mean, you can get them anywhere from like 4 inch all the way to like what, like a foot and a half long. In some cases, I mean, there's many different sizes, different things you can probably use them on.
Oh, what else can I buy?
What else could we use zip ties for in the hobby other than wiring?
Wiring would be your most used case for it, obviously. You recommend wiring servo leads right to the frame with them?
Well,
Yeah, he said
typically
that.
what I would do is
Sorta.
just take a little piece of the soft part of the Velcro and wrap it around the wire and then zip tie. That way, there's nothing biting into the wire, damaging the casing of the wiring.
What sizes do you use most, Ian?
I use the 4-inch ones. I think I might have it packed. Nope. Yeah.
I buy zip ties that are smaller they're smaller than the 4-inch ones, but they're longer, they're like 6 inches long. So
Yeah,
they're
they're
really
narrow.
small for servo wire. Yeah, they're really narrow for servo wires, like 2 millimeters wide, but they're like 5 to 6 inches long. So they're easier to go around stuff with. I like those. You have to special order them somewhere.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
Mastercard has.
because I've
Amazon's probably got them.
yeah, because I just get like what's at the store. It's like, oh, do it need zip ties? Who knows? I'll just grab one anyway. I mean, the packages I get, they're like a couple bucks.
We're talking about zip ties.
Yeah,
I just ordered some gold plugs.
nice.
Oh, sorry. All right, zip ties. Yes. I like zip ties. I use zip ties. Yes, I do put some Velcro around them sometimes. Sometimes I say screw it. I just zip tie it to the frame. I don't care.
Yeah. What should you not do with what kind of zip ties should you not use?
Let's see if Ian knows
No.
this.
I don't know.
You should not use the nylon colored ones or the fluorescent ones or anything that's not black, because black has a UV stabilizer and the sunlight won't rot it. Anything else, the sunlight will degrade and it'll break eventually.
Eventually.
See, I didn't know that.
Well, now you know.
Yes. But yet, I've never had one break. I use the color one sometimes because you get them in like a pack from like Walmart or something. And I've never had them break just from use.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but
only
they're
ones I
stupid.
have break,
Like
I cut
trash.
them with scissors, and yeah, they're broke.
Yeah. But I do use zip ties to hold my ESC on my helis, you know.
Oh,
I use
yeah,
the
that is
YT,
another
I
good
drill
one.
4 holes, match, and I
Mm-hmm.
just zip tie them. If you're
Yeah.
for hobby wing folks, they could use the screws, or they could just zip tie them, you know. I make it so they pop off when they crash. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully I don't damage the ESC.
Use double-sided tape or Velcro or just
I
zip
used to do
ties.
like a little bit of double-sided tape, like a couple little strips. So I get like
Yeah,
the
that's what I
double-sided
do.
tapes at the 3M, but I get the thin roll. So it's like a big roll like this, but it's thin. And I'll usually just use like a couple strips of that. And just
That's
to
what
kind
I
of keep
do.
it from shape.
Yeah, to keep it
sliding.
from like sliding, and then the zip ties hold it on.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
That seems to work well. Any other, how about some tricks with zip ties? You guys have any tricks?
Tricks.
Yeah. So this is more on goblins, but I don't think it's heli specific. A lot of helis have like two holes drilled out where you can use to basically run the zip tie through. What I take is I take a zip tie and I fold it in half and I use like a pair of pliers or
Yep,
my teeth.
I do
Yeah,
that
I was
same thing.
just gonna say you can
Fold
take
it over.
pliers and pre-bend it, make it into a curve, and then you can feed it
Yeah.
through things.
I even make it into a V shape where I can
Mhm.
stick the butt end, like where the V is, through the body, like through the hole, and then it'll kind of like release itself, and then I use the other end to kind of pull and then basically
Like
catch
that.
it. Yes. Put it in front of your face so you can see it better. Not blur it out. Yeah. So when you stick it in the hole, you stick it in the hole and then pull it out. The other end
you
will
fish
through
for
the
that
hole.
other hole and then use a pair of pliers and you
Yeah.
yank it.
And then you can put your wire and zip tie it, right? And so it's
Yeah.
a nice way of kind of helping you feed that in and back out of the frames.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the only thing I know. I don't think.
Yeah, that was the thing I was gonna actually.
How about double
recommend.
zip ties? You guys cool with that? Like if you don't have one long enough, where you take 2 or 3 and you.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I've done that.
I used to do that
especially
on my ESC, so I could like get like a right angle on one side and another right angle on the bottom. So I'll use ties like that.
Yep, I've done that as well. But yeah, there's a few other tricks. Let us know in the comments on what we may have missed as far as what tricks do you have for zip ties, or what do you use them for? So
I use them to level the swash. You guys ever do that?
I haven't
I
done.
used to back in it, but I don't. I just eyeball it these days now. But yeah, you used to do it and put it on the thing and
Mm-hmm.
rotate around, see where it hits.
Yep. It's
Huh.
not hard to do, and it works just fine. You don't have to take the head off. I like it.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, let us know in the comments, what you use zip ties for. And sorry for the disorganization, but yeah, I best write down the notes next
He
time.
did such a good job last one, and then this one he just totally fucked it all up.
Yeah, I actually had time at work to do it. All right.
Okay. My wallet's getting a little bit light here. Um,
I would imagine so.
Let's
See,
move it
Ian,
on.
you bored Steve so much he spent like $1,000 on random shit on Amazon.
it makes me happy. All right, let's move it on to news and announcements.
All right, news
And
and
Announcements.
all right, what do we have?
We have, our buddy from Mad Panda Custom Graphics.
Yes. I heard he does some logo work too.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's doing boom skins and frame skins. And so you're asking, so what the hell is that? That's what I asked when I saw it. He's got these for the Spectre 700 V2. He's got vinyl graphics to go on around your boom, and then he's also making them for the frame. You can stick this on your frame and fly without a canopy, and it still see the heli. It kind of looks cool.
Kind of looks cool like that.
Yeah, it's nice. Check that out. Does he have a website? I don't even know.
I don't think so. I think he just primarily uses his Facebook page. So
Yeah.
Mad Panda Custom Graphics.
Yeah. John Deo.
Deo, yeah.
Deo.
Deo.
Really, really good guy. Does the like transmitter wraps and stuff.
Yep.
He's a really good graphic artist as well. Super cool guy. So check that out. It's pretty neat if you looking to add some color to your boom on your Spectre. Put the stickers on the frame. It just gives it a unique look. Let's see, what else do we have here? So Maniacs Lipo Batteries has a new website.
Yes.
And it's Maniacs, that's MANIAX, Lipos, LIPOS. Be sure you put the S on there. You can't find it. Yep. ManiacsLipos.com.
Yeah.
Got all the batteries listed here.
Brian's splitting off the Maniacs brand from Mikado USA.
Okay.
Making Maniacs its own standalone business.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because Maniacs, if you notice, is not only being sold by Mikado USA anymore. So that's actually some news too. BK Hobbies have now picked up Maniacs batteries.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you can buy your Maniacs packs from there, and this is great for all of the BK, sponsored folks, because now they can get a little discount on the Maniacs batteries as well. So
hell yeah,
nice, cool.
Yeah,
so check that out. Man. They have the whole array of batteries now, all different sizes.
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of stuff. It's good stuff there. All right, what else we got?
I don't know. I don't have anything else. I was like Ian. I come unprepared this week.
Yes, I'm not the only one.
Okay, let's move it on then, huh? It'll be a bit of a shorter episode today. What's next for you in the hobby?
What's next for you, Steve?
I need to get as many cycles as I can possibly on that 580. So one of the things I realized is that it's spring break this week for my kids, which means that school's free. And it gets dark probably around like 8 o'clock here in Virginia now. So my plan is during the week, even though I don't normally fly during the week anymore, I kind of stopped flying the local 200 in the backyard. I'm gonna go and at the very least charge the 2 packs I have and like get 2 flights a day at least. Try to get 2 flights a day, burn through some of those packs. Because I need to get cycles on them. I really want to try to. They're giving me about, I would say they're giving me probably about this month, right, to really put cycles on it. So like
Yeah.
I don't want to just if I just fly on the weekends and do maybe like maybe 6 to 8 flights on it, that's only 3 to 4 cycles on each battery a weekend. So it's not really a lot. And so I'm
How
trying
many
to.
do you have?
I have 2 packs.
2. Okay.
Yeah. So I want to equally put the stress on them and the cycles on them. So if I do at least a cycle a day on each pack for the next month, including whatever I do on the weekends, and then granted weather permitting, I'll probably be able to get in an extra maybe 25 flights this week, this month with those packs. So
Yeah.
on top of what I do on the weekends. So if I can get like around that like 50, 60 count at least on that, I think that'd be good. But I like to try to get as much as possible. So I'm going to try to put some cycles on it and so that way I can let maniacs know like, yeah, these are holding up well.
Yeah.
I'm abusing them. I'm not taking it easy. To be honest, like I'm not even doing braking cycles. I'm just cycling them. I'm putting
Yeah.
cycles on
I
it.
don't see how they would be any different than any other pack. I mean, it's the
No.
same cells. They're just put 8 of them instead of 6 or 7. So I
Exactly. Yeah.
don't really even see the need for testing, but okay.
But they want to make sure, and so that's fine. So I have a set. Kyle has a set. There's other. I think one other person has a set. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. Beyond that, this weekend, I think originally this weekend we're supposed to meet up with Brandon Cooper, but I guess something changed with the job, so he's not coming through. But I think I might still want to meet up with Cliff and Ting, this weekend. So I'm gonna see where they're gonna fly and see. I mean, they'll probably fly Milton or Fluvan up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of a drive, but I'll probably make the trip up there. Why not? Um,
All right, cool.
yeah, I think that's it for me. And yeah, I just bought yet another new charger. God,
Now I got 2 new chargers coming.
shit, I could do a charger review.
More zip ties.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
do
more
a
talking about
charger
zip
review.
ties.
Zip ties. You get some
Shit,
great
they even
big
use
ones.
that shit on Mars rovers and shit. Yeah, proven fact.
The color ones or the black ones?
The neon ones.
The neon ones?
No, the black
Hot
one.
pink? That'd look good on the rover.
Looking flashy
Okay.
for some Martians.
Who's next?
I can go ahead and go next. I think the only thing I'm looking forward to this week is Discord. Otherwise, I'm gonna be back to working like freaking crazy.
All right.
I might get some flights in. I don't know. That it might be like an after work pull. I don't know. So
Yeah.
next.
Well, for me, it's more of the same. More of the same what, you might ask. More of the same than nothing.
Oh man.
Yeah. I really need to sit down and finish this XO Power.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
We don't need more
Tune
than one
in next
seesaw.
week and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hold my breath.
Yes, keep doing that. Freaking zip tie tech. Gosh.
Yeah, I'll get around to it when I get around to it. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just put it on the shelf and call it my shawl bird.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, well.
All right. Are we doing listener pipeline?
Sure.
All right. Do we have any listener pipeline?
We have one.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Nice.
shawl, I believe this is probably where this come from. I can tell because they're always like 2 minutes long. Let's see.
Hey, free fall boys, what's going on? Hey, I gotta say, man, I don't know what's going on, but I just listened to a podcast a few minutes ago, and y'all seem to have a little, I want to say bullshit on the bullshit this morning, or afternoon, or evening. Guys, I don't know what the hell's happening here, but, I know y'all are trying to be really nice like a lot of other podcasters and encouraging people not to be slamming and hammering and slapping each other around. I'm kind of feeling a little attacked. And the reason is, yes, I did buy a Goblin Raw, 580, and it's a beautiful helicopter. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet, but soon, very soon. And what I got to say is, Andy, have you finished your V2 yet? I mean, how long can it take? I'm predicting sometime in 2022, but it could go either way. Iaen, what's happening with that concept, buddy? That concept 30 we've been hearing about for what, the last 3 years on the podcast? Well, you've only been on the podcast for 2, but I guarantee you
he
he
doesn't even listen.
And Steve Yoon, I know you think it's humorous hearing these boys smack me around a little bit because of delayed build times, but what is happening with that Miata? It was Steve, Mr. Miata Yoon, but nothing. I've heard no progress reports. I've heard you may be building a shed. That's it. And Kevin, I can't even go there with you, man. You just, if it were up to me, you're fired. Oh, wait a minute. It is up to me. Hell yeah. I'm on the way into the office and I can see, buddy, you're New Jersey bound. Have a good day.
Oh, poor Kevin.
Kevin. But you know what? That's bullshit because he's already out the door. This guy's already checked out. Yeah, he don't care.
You're right, Steve. I have not finished this. Told you I was going to build it like you.
Yeah.
He said I'd finish it in 2022. That would be really fast for him. He usually goes
Same
multiple.
year?
Yeah,
right.
he goes multiple years. So thanks for the call, Steve.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any other ones?
That's the only one. Nope, that's it.
All right. What about a wrap up? Should we do that or should we wait?
Skip it.
Skip it. All right. So we're skipping the wrap up. Yeah. Check out Bill Ann's YouTube channel.
Do check out Bill Ann.
Yeah. And Heliheads, they did a show. They couldn't think of an original title to save their damn show for the life of it. Oh, really?
That was the title.
Exactly. That was the title, yeah.
I have to say I did enjoy listening to Bill, especially when he's talking about what he does with his job and stuff. I found that interesting. So good job on that.
I'm halfway through that episode, so.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. I mean, for a Heliheads episode, which are
sure.
The bar is pretty low, but it was okay.
Like you said, you like those guys, so it's okay.
Yeah, I like those guys. I mean, even though they do a really shitty job podcasting, they're still really good guys, and I enjoy them.
Yes. I like to support the underdogs.
I like to support. They try hard. They
try.
Best.
They do. I do want to say that they try very, very hard.
Yeah.
I mean, so hard
they say too hard, but
2 weeks to do one episode, that's hard.
Yeah,
they're putting a lot of effort into each episode.
Tell how much effort they put in.
Yes, kitchen sink and all. Yeah, for sure.
So keep it up, guys. We're rooting for you.
Rooting for you, man. You'll pull through. I know it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks to our listeners. Free our skies, and we'll see you next time. Oh, yeah. Hot fire. Oh, headshot.